everybody. There is no mistake. While each one of us is a unique individual on this planet, a tree, a plant, an animal, each one of us, even a grain of sand, contributes, especially in this universe. It is this special contribution and not the individual that I call as genius. We always have been taught that genius is not normal. Genius is a freak of nature, and genius can never be me. I don't agree. I think all of us are natural geniuses, just blocked by social conditioning. To break that social conditioning today, I offer you my story. A story full of technological challenges and solutions. And hey, I'm not qualified. I'm a college dropout. I shouldn't be knowing anything about this. But if you agree, I probably have the right hairstyle. So, you're all familiar with this image. So let's take two industries, automobile and fabrication. And this is typical of an automobile plant. Multiple robots basically coordinating perfectly to produce the same car repetitively. Everything in this plant is predictable, organized, planned, everything. However, let's take this. This is L&T Hasira. 5,500 people. Every job is different. The raw material has large variations. The input drawings have mistakes. And the operators are computer illiterate. The point is, how do we take all these variables and make a robot do that? We have to map the miracle of the human mind into a robot. To do that, we have to change the entire Bible of robotics. Shape recognition software mimics the human mind's ability to distinguish patterns. The entire structure of the robot program was changed from fixed to flexible, making the robot able to check, recalculate, and recalibrate itself on the fly in real time. This is a classical man versus machine conflict. Labor unions versus robotics. And guys, I bet my company on this. The question I had to ask myself when I stood in front of you today is what gave me the courage to bet my entire company on this? I have only one explanation. I believed in my genius. And so, I'm asking all of you to believe in yours. Our next challenge is red hot steel at 1,000 degrees centigrade. Every minute, this plate changes its dimensions. You need critical intelligence to predict the behavior of this red hot steel. Previously, this plate used to be cut manually, transported, and then recut, taking over 1 month. Today, our system is completely unmanned and takes just 8 minutes. Thank you. And all of this robotic intelligence has been done right here in Pune, in Bhosri. My 70-man team, some of them are here today. The amazing thing is, They are not PhDs. They are not super qualified. They're just inspired. And I can't thank them enough for the courage of their convictions. For me, that is the hallmark of genius. Thank you. For our next challenge, we go 60 meters up in the air into the world's largest grassroots refinery, Reliance Jamnagar, an on-site plant modification under extreme pressure and extreme time conditions. I was working 36 hours without stop because each hour costed 4 crores and the whole project didn't go as per plan. You know, the risk on this was so high that the head of the project, okay, he couldn't forget about it. 3 years later, he calls me and says, Hughen, we were crazy to do something that the world has never seen before. That steel that you're seeing there, that entire thing went magnetic. The plasma beam backfired and the robot almost caught fire. Guys, it can't go that wrong. But believe me, it did. In spite of all this, we did the job in just 3 days. I want to ask you, all these companies, Reliance, Jindal, L&T, what made them take a chance on a Pune company to create technology that doesn't even exist on any horizon? The only explanation I can give is when you trust your genius, the world has to trust you. Our next challenge is a box outside the box. We all know the brutal effects of trash. Our rivers are becoming sewers. Our groundwater is becoming toxic. Hey, we're choking on the air that we breathe. Is there any way out? My focus is to use the heat of a plasma to recycle the energy from any waste. The first thing is, as you see here, waste processing has to be decentralized. Because anything central, as you can see there, is going to be a logistical nightmare, highly power intensive, and completely inefficient. So starting with a 20-foot container and going up to what my dream is, a washing machine-sized equipment that will process waste in every household. We will then enter the age of energy freedom, an age where trash is going to be the new cash, where today we scramble for fossil fuels. The next, it will transform into a rush to reclaim the waste. I believe this will empower a rag picker to clean up the earth. It will reach at the lowest level and it will transform. That's what I believe. How is all this going to happen? What you see there is 30,000 degrees centigrade. It is hotter than the surface of the sun. It is the fourth state of matter. The best example is the sun. But that is slicing through 4 inches of stainless steel, like a knife through butter. And that's the heat that we'd like to use to transform waste into plasma. And from plasma, make it into a fuel gas, and that is our energy source. You know, there are a lot of waste processing plants based on plasma. This is not something new. This has been there for quite some time. breakthrough that we need is to make it highly power efficient and extremely compact. For that, I need to introduce my fellow dreamers. Baltic Neck Plasma Tech. They come from a beautiful city called Greifswald in Germany. And with them, we have set up Plasma Innovation GmbH to exploit the energy applications of my patent. And this diagram that you see here on the left-hand side of the screen, that is a simulation on a supercomputer. It maps the interactions between a plasma beam and material that is placed in front of it. An analysis that has never been done before. That validates the plasma waste to energy system. Guys, washing machine on its way. Plasma has been a 24-hour commitment for me. Ever since I've been 16. You know, if I was to explain and say, I've worked very hard, and it's been a lot of hard work, you know, I think I would not be telling you the complete truth. Because in all that effort, there has been a sense of effortlessness. And the explanation I have for that is, if we define ourselves, which we normally do, as what do we do for a living? But if we shift it slightly, and instead of saying what we do for a living, we live what we do, then hard work is no longer hard. It is inspired. All we need to do is understand that the universe has got a vast intelligence. And that vast intelligence is flowing through us. The best example of this flow is our breath. Our breath needs no effort, has no reason, has no logic, but it flows. All I'm asking you is to trust it. We have complex problems today. And the problems seem to be going even more complex. Guys, let's unleash our creativity. Let's break forth with our creativity. And then there will be this flow of revolutionary solutions to meet each and every challenge.